What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at Modern Warfare 2, and as the title suggests, I want to talk about the top couple of things. There's going to be about like 6 or so things that I think Modern Warfare 2 cannot fall victim to. Alright, these are just things that the previous Call of Duties have failed on, or in some shape or form they have just completely messed up on. So I want to talk about these couple of mistakes that I think absolutely cannot happen in Modern Warfare 2. Otherwise, it's going to be, another complete fail, kind of like how Vanguard was this year. Before I get into it, I do want to give you guys some kind of backstory on Modern Warfare 2 in general. So there's going to be timestamps for, when this whole backstory portion ends. I'm going to be covering some of the information we do know, as well as some of the leaks, just to catch you guys up, because I know not everyone watches like a Call of Duty video every single day. So I want to catch you guys up. If you, again, if you're not interested, just skip to the timestamp for when I start talking about some of the things that Modern Warfare 2 should not be doing. Before I jump into the entire video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel. I do appreciate any support you guys can give me. Go ahead and leave in the comment section down below right now. Are you guys excited for Modern Warfare 2? Do you think it's going to be a campy bore fest? And just, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I'm curious to read it. Let's interact in the comments. I'll see you guys down there. Alright, so as long as you guys haven't been living like under a rock, essentially, we know that Call of Duty is going to be developed by Infinity Ward this year. It's going to be released sometime in either October or November. There have been some leaks, hinting towards October, which would be nice, especially because Vanguard is just so non-interesting. So it's like, we might as well get a new COD that's more interesting earlier than later. Infinity Ward has tweeted out, a new generation of Call of Duty is coming soon. Stay frosty. This was back in early February. So it's been about over a month now since they tweeted this. There's been a lot of speculations. I think a lot of people are saying, it has to do with the campaign or whatever. We don't exactly know what frosty is going to mean, but that is the first official tweet they've done about the new game. Then we learned about a new DMZ mode from Tom Henderson. Again, I don't really know what DMZ is. It's gonna be kind of like Escape from Tarkov from what I'm reading here. We don't know if that's gonna be a code name or if that's gonna be the actual name, but it's gonna be a different mode, not Spec Ops or Zombies. It's gonna be called DMZ. So hopefully it's more interesting. I'm personally not a big fan of Spec Ops or Zombies, so anything new, I'll definitely give it a try if it's fun. After that, we heard some news about the engine. We see that it's going to be a brand new engine built from the ground up. So, they kind of say this kind of thing every single year. I'm going to be real with you guys. I'm not going to just sugarcoat things and say everything's going to be amazing for the next title. No. All right. I think that, yeah, it's going to look nice. It'll probably be a step up over Modern Warfare 2019. But I don't think it's going to be like a revolutionary thing. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it will be. It could be the first COD that's developed purely for next generation consoles. Possibly, not sure if that's confirmed, but I do think that, having a new engine or whatever is going to be important for sales, and especially for like the casual fan base who, maybe they don't play every single Call of Duty, maybe they don't buy every single COD, but, they see Modern Warfare 2, it's going to have a fun engine, good looking for casuals or whatever. People are going to really enjoy that. Next up, we see a couple of juicier leaks, including a list of fan favorite rumored remade maps. So we're going to be seeing Favela, High Rise, Terminal, Shipment, and Quarry. So Shipment, we've seen a million times. No one's really excited for that except for your camo grinders. Favela, a pretty fun overall map, fighting from building to building. I know it's a little campy, scratch that, it's pretty campy. I think that people are going to take advantage of, blending into the background and just hiding on rooftops. Same kind of for High Rise, although High Rise is definitely way less campy. Same with Shipment. Same with Terminal, High Rise and Terminal. I'm more so excited for those maps. I think that they're going to play way better. I'm just nervous about Favela because of the elevation and because it's going to be pretty campy. I think Search and Destroy on Favela will be very, very fun though. I'm very excited to play Search and Destroy on all these maps, I guess except for Shipment. And Quarry, I'm not a huge fan of Quarry, very big. It's probably going to be fine for Search and Destroy, but respawn game modes, I'm probably good on Quarry. Not the best in my opinion. After that, we saw a couple of leaks from Ralph's Valve talking about the multiplayer and campaign. So he says that Barry Sloan is coming back as Captain Price, Ghost comes back, General Shepard comes back, Soap and Roach also come back. And as far as multiplayer goes, he says that the extraction type mode is going to be here, a Ricochet perk, which is interesting apparently. It grants special ammunition that ricochets off of surfaces, so you can shoot a wall or something and it'll bounce off and maybe hit a target. That'll be interesting. Hopefully that's only in campaign, because that sounds bonkers broken for multiplayer. I don't really want to see that. There's going to be a bounty hunter perk, which sounds like assassin from Cold War, if you remember that, which is like, you know, if you kill whoever has like the most, or like whoever's like, I guess, on a kill streak on the other team, you get like a special reward. That sounds like what it's going to be. Field upgrades return, operators return, obviously. There's going to be a floor is lava game mode, so that's probably going to be like some kind of party game. Sounds interesting to me. Uplink mode and hostage mode, so no details on that, but it looks cool, right? There's a lot of cool stuff coming. Hopefully there's some new stuff, but hopefully they don't blend too much of the new stuff with the old stuff. A couple of leaks about the campaign, about how like Task Force 141 is supposed to be in the game, and you know, we're going to play as them as well. So I don't know, man. I'm whatever about the campaign. Not personally interesting to me. Again, for the release date, just to reiterate one more time, there are reports of Modern Warfare 2 launching in October due to poor Vanguard sales, but Q4 is definitely guaranteed. It's definitely going to be coming this year. And I suppose the most recent news is that, according to a Bloomberg report, Call of Duty 2023 is going to be delayed until 2024, meaning Modern Warfare 2 is going to be the first Call of Duty game with a 2-year life cycle, which means we should be expecting plenty of content. So I'm excited for that. And that's essentially all the big news regarding Modern Warfare 2. Hopefully it didn't take too long. But if you just made it here just now, if you only care about, what I have to share, then stay tuned. We're going to talk about the top mistakes Modern Warfare 2 cannot make in order to not fail. Let's go. All right, so now we are here at the mistakes section. Number 1. The lack of initial content at launch. Modern Warfare 2 cannot fall victim to what I would say was a huge issue for Modern Warfare 2019 as well as Black Ops Cold War. Vanguard kind of avoided it for the most part. There was content at launch, you can't deny it. There was plenty of maps, a decent amount of weapons. So for the most part, you can't really argue that with Vanguard. But Modern Warfare and Cold War had huge issues at launch. I think Cold War launched with 8 multiplayer maps, Modern Warfare with 9 or something. It's terrible. It just creates such a boring experience. And if you mix that in with the beta, most of these Call of Duty betas nowadays start off your game with 4 maps. So you've played half the game if you play the beta. And I mean, people play the beta in the entire weekend. So you're kind of sick of those 4 maps by the end of it. It's nice in Vanguard seeing that there's a lot of maps, but the thing about Vanguard is that you can't play them all because there's always some limited rotation feature that only forces you to play on 5 to 6 maps as opposed to all 16. Actually, now that there's DLC in Season 2, up to Season 2, I think we're at 20 maps at this point, so there's actually a lot more, but for some reason we can't play that. I think that Modern Warfare 2 needs to launch with at least 12 new maps, and probably 2 to 4 remastered maps. That's at least, especially for a game that's going to be lasting 2 whole years. We're better see some good content at launch and a lot of content later on. I'll talk about that later, but yeah, man, not only just maps, but also weapons. All right, I want to see at least 8 assault rifles, 7 subs, 3 shotguns, 3 snipers, that's fine. Maybe 4 LMGs, 5 or 6 pistols, something like that. A melee weapon or 2, and maybe 2 or 3 launchers. I could do with fewer launchers just for the camo challenges. I don't need 7 launchers, you know what I'm saying? That's not fun. But that's number 1 in my opinion. The lack of initial content at launch cannot happen for Modern Warfare 2 to thrive. Following that up, I also don't want to see Modern Warfare 2 create these meaningless challenges. Okay, that's number 2. Take it back to Black Ops 4, with the loot box system, when post Black Ops 4, basically, not during it, but after the game was finished and you could do in-game challenges, I don't know, get 10 kills with a pred missile, something like that, right? And then if you were able to do that, you'd get a crate. You'd trade those crates in, or you'd open those crates or whatever, and you'd get decent stuff. Yeah, there's filler and stuff, there's some garbage, but there was also a market where hey, get 100 crates, you can get this weapon or get this camo. That would be so much better. That would incentivize players to play the game so much more. If Vanguard had it, if Cold War had it, any Call of Duty since Modern Warfare, if any of them had it, and they had camos that I wanted or operator skins I wanted, I would be playing that right now. But no, there's no reason to. So I'm not playing any of those Call of Duties right now for the most part, because there's no incentive to play it. All these challenges are meaningless. I think the closest they've come is Modern Warfare's Obsidian, But even then is just kind of meaningless because it's all about playtime. All you have to do is get like 10 to 15 kills in like 150 matches. It doesn't matter if you go, 15-0 or you go 15-45. As long as you get the 15 kills, that's all that matters. I want, challenges that are like, hey, get 5 bloodthirsties maybe in a single match. That's pretty tough. And then you get like this rare operator skin for Roland or something like that. Like, and then when you equip it, people are like, oh, he was able to do that. Or drop a nuke, drop a nuke. You got a certain camo. Like, it's so easy. It's so easy to think of these things. I'm thinking of these on the fly, but for some reason we don't get any of this. The most we get is like a calling card or something, which is nice, but it's like, it's not something that people are like hopping out of bed to do. I'm not playing, Modern Warfare 2019 here in 2022 to get a calling card. There's no incentive for me. I don't care about that. Honestly, if they were really smart, really big brain, they would offer up COD points, get a nuke, get like 100 COD points, something like that. How many people would be going for that, so they could get the COD points to buy stuff in the shop. But, Activision, they don't want to give players a reason to not spend money, and everything's got to be for playtime or money. So, we can't have any nice things there. I think the main spark for why I'm talking about meaningless challenges came from Vanguard. When I was doing the camo challenges for Vanguard, and I stopped now, I just realized how brain-numbingly stupid they were. Like, getting long shots once in a game is like, all right, fine, like 100 long shots, okay, fine, that's fair. Getting it twice with different stupid attachments? No, I'm good. And honestly, you have to do that for multiple weapons. Not every single weapon, but like multiple ARs, multiple LMGs. And I was just like, no, I don't want to do this. No, I don't want to get hipfire kills with like a 2x scope. Stupid challenges. They made no sense. He didn't fit the gun either. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't support the game in that way. I'm not playing a game where it's gonna force me that directly to use some stupid class setup just to get a camo. Like, I can't do it, man. That's why I couldn't do Atomic. I just couldn't support it. I don't want to ramble too much more about the meaningless challenges, but I think you guys get the idea at this point. Let's move on to number 3, skill-based matchmaking. I had to talk about it. Ever since Modern Warfare has been launched, it's gotten so much more intense since Black Ops 4. Matching people against people just as good as you has been just the crux of Call of Duty ever since Modern Warfare. Cold War, I think, was escalated. Vanguard is kind of toned back down to normal, but Modern Warfare was... I think, if I was to equate it on like a 1 being like no SBMM to 10 being like super high, thick, I think Modern Warfare would probably be about a 7. Cold War would probably be about like an 8 or 9, and Vanguard would probably be about like a 5 or 6. That's kind of how I'd equate it. All of them are way higher than Black Ops 4, which was probably like a 2 or a 3. I'm not going to say that there wasn't any SBMM, but like, I would run into famous YouTubers in Black Ops 4. Let's put it that way. And if you know me, you know I'm not that good of a Call of Duty player. Just looking at the gameplay here, I die a lot, right? Like, I'm just saying, SBMM, it needs to get out of casual, or it needs to be way toned down. I think it needs to be toned down to like a 3 or a 4 at most. Sometimes, like if you want to play ranked play or something, like, yeah, have it at a 10. That's fine. You should be playing people who are just as good, or, like, otherwise I'm not playing ranked mode to play and get on and win 10 matches in a row. Like, that'd be nice. But like, if I'm just stomping people going like 100-0, that's not the most fun, I'm not really trying to do that in ranked, if it's casual, sure, because it's casual, I'm probably listening to music, I'm probably chilling with friends, I'm not trying to sweat, I'm not trying to do amazing in these casual lobbies. Like, again, it'd be cool, but I'm not trying to. Next up on the list here is quicker and juicier DLC. Quicker obviously just means more frequently, alright? I don't think we see enough maps more frequently, I don't think we see enough weapon balancing, weapon patches. We see that alright, I'm not gonna lie, but like new content I'm talking about, right? We need new maps, we need new DLC, weapons, skins, operators, camos even, like just more and more stuff, okay? More frequently. In this day and age, there's a lot of competition for Call of Duty, okay? I hate to say it, if you weren't aware, Apex Legends is out there, Fortnite, Battlefield, no, I'm just kidding, not Battlefield. And by juicier, I just mean more, and I guess more exciting, Some of these bundles, they're really cool, but I'm not spending 20 bucks on it, and there's no way to get it for free. So it leaves me in a state of not caring at all about the DLC content. I don't care about the new operator skins. There's no way for me to unlock them, so who cares? I'm not going to spend money on the game. I don't really like any of these past 3 games, I think some are more playable than others. I think some game modes are way better than certain other games entirely, but I'm not going to spend money on the game if I'm just not feeling it. And unfortunately, the only way to get these is to spend money. You know, back to what I was saying about like the Black Ops 4 loot box challenges. Those were a good way of actually like acquiring an operator skin that you could only normally get by spending money, but you could get it by playing the game and doing challenges to unlock it, which is, I don't know, making sense, you know? It kept me playing Black Ops 4 way into Modern Warfare's life cycle because I couldn't stand Respawn on that game. So I just played Black Ops 4. I just unlocked a bunch of extra camos and guns and stuff like that. And it was just rewarding. It was cool. I was getting guns I didn't even care about because I'd rather, you know, spend my time unlocking stuff than spend my time in just like this little rat race tunnel where I'm not getting anything out of it at the end of the day, which is the past couple of Call of Duties. Fifth up on the list, and I promise you I'm almost done, but stop catering to Call of Duty Warzone, okay? Make Warzone a separate game from multiplayer, so your perks, your weapon balance, everything like that can be balanced on their own. You don't have to worry about, you know, a UAV costing this much or a streak being put into Warzone or whatever. Just make it a separate thing. I just don't get why you wouldn't. I feel like it's so easy to just branch it off. Maybe they just want Warzone connected to multiplayer so that people actually buy multiplayer, which makes sense. You know, multiplayer has not been super good recently. But here's an idea, guys. Make multiplayer good on its own so you don't need to force feed it along with Warzone. It's so easy, okay? I guess it's not easy because you couldn't do it for the past like 3-4 years. Warzone should be by itself. Multiplayer should be by itself. This way you can balance the perks, the weapons, the equipment, everything just so much easier. You know, something's broken in multiplayer, just take it out and leave Warzone alone. Make Warzone its own thing. I actually think that I heard that there are rumors that Warzone is going to become its own thing pretty soon. So, you know, hopefully that does happen and that does come true because I just can't stand, you know, all these dumb decisions like Modern Warfare 2019, for instance. Dead Silence not bringing a perk was purely because of Warzone. That's it. You know, they wanted to make sure that in Warzone it wasn't a crutch perk, so it makes sense. You know, it's a smart decision play, but it's not a smart decision play in multiplayer because now nobody moves without Dead Silence because the footsteps are so loud. And again, loud footsteps in Warzone are fine. You know, you should be able to hear people moving. It's a battle royale. Lives matter. Your health is increased as well. So like you have a chance to fight back. Modern Warfare, you don't have a chance to fight back. You know, you die in 2 bullets and everyone's in a corner. So you move, you're dead. It's not fun, not a fun experience. And they didn't care about that. They only cared about Warzone, which again is fine. Warzone's pulling in the numbers, but for your multiplayer player base that is quickly dwindling, you might want to do something about that. I don't know, just saying. And the last mistake that I think Modern Warfare 2 cannot make yet again from the previous Call of Duties is to have its own identity, or like I guess to not have its own identity. Vanguard and Cold War are the prime suspects I'm talking about here. These two CODs have completely lost sight of all realism, all character development, all maps, you know, like all forms of like looking realistic, looking like you're actually in that era that you're supposed to be in, completely gone. Vanguard, we got bunny suits, we got Krampus, we got Attack on Titan people, we got, I don't even know what else. Cold War, have you seen the camos in Black Ops Cold War? Like, yeah, I'm sure all that stuff was in, you know, the Black Ops, in the Cold War in real life, right? Like, I'm just saying, Modern Warfare 2, like, you can go goofy, but like, if you're gonna go goofy, just go goofy from the jump, all right? Don't try to act like, oh, we're not gonna have a trophy system because we want to be realistic, and then drop in like an Attack on Titan, like, I don't know, or like a pink bunny or something like that. Like, just stop, dude. Just pick your fight from the beginning and just stick with it. Don't just switch halfway. If you're gonna go goofy, go goofy. If you're gonna go realistic throughout, all right? That's all I'm saying. That's all I want. It's not a huge deal to me. I don't really care about appearance as much. I care mostly about, you know, the gameplay mechanics and how the game works and time to kill and all that stuff. But it is very disorienting, especially that Attack on Titan bundle, which is basically just this naked dude running around. It just looks so weird in COD. You know, I just don't get who's spending money on this. Unless you're like trolling other people with it or something. I just don't get how you buy that. It doesn't make sense to me. It just looks so off-putting in the game too. Like, I know you guys see it, but that's it for the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Again, just to recap real quickly, these are the mistakes Modern Warfare 2 can't make again. Lack of initial content at launch, meaningless challenges, SBMM, quicker and juicier DLC, stop catering to Warzone, and have your own identity. These are the top things that I want to see Modern Warfare 2 do correctly, or I guess just not do incorrectly is a better way to put it. And I really hope that, you know, Infinity Ward is able to come through this year. I'm not the biggest Infinity Ward fan, but hey man, I don't know, man. Well, I'm hoping for the best. All right, hoping for the best for this channel and for the COD scene in general. Let me know what you guys think about this. You know, do you agree, disagree? And just let me know all those thoughts in the comment section down below. While you're down there, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. I do appreciate any support you guys can give me. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. See you guys later. Peace.